Hello all. Today I will try to introduce you a subject which is object-oriented programming using Java, which is in fourth semester to the Nagpur University. I am Professor Jogi John, Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Technology, Priyadashini College of Engineering. Now we'll see uh, the introductory part of object-oriented programming using Java, and later on we'll try to understand what is the content which has been there in the syllabus. We'll try to find out the course outcome of this particular subject, and we'll see what are the applications which has been there in Java. We'll see that. Now, this is the outline of presentation where we'll try to see introduction, why we need a Java programming language, what are the objectives, what are the applications currently which is available of Java, and we'll see the syllabus of the subject unit-wise. Introduction. Now, as we know, as all know that a programming language is very much essential today's generation. Okay. Now, Java is one of the programming language which has been created by James Gosling in the year 1995. Okay. Few years back, it was an open source, but now Java is not an open source. It is been owned by Oracle. Okay. Now, currently, if you see that approximately 3 billion devices which are running on Java, you can imagine the power of Java. See, the 3 billion devices which are running on Java, so you can understand if you learn such type of programming language, you will have a better career. Okay, so this is a photo which you can see who is the father of Java programming language, which is a James Gosling. And this photo you can say it's in the year 2008. It has been taken that picture in 2008. Okay, so we'll see. Now, why to use Java? Now, you know that this is if we try to answer this question, you can understand the power of Java programming language. Now, why Java? Because one of the important point which you or we all should know is what Java work on different platforms. Now, what do you mean by platform? Platforms are nothing but these are the operating systems. You know that there are so many operating systems which are there in the market. So Java is one programming language which can work on Windows, which is Microsoft product, Mac, which is an Apple product, Linux is an open source, Raspberry Pi, etc., etc. So Java is only a programming language which can run on all platforms, all operating systems. That is why we should learn Java. Secondly, we can say that it is one of the most popular programming language in the world. See, popular means what? In the previous slide, I told you. In the previous slide, if you see that 3 billion applications are developed or currently 3 billion users are working on Java. So you can understand the power of this particular programming language. Okay. Thirdly, you can say that it's a large demand for current job market. You can say you can find out in the IT sectors, a lot of openings, a lot of job opportunities are there with respect to Java programming language. And it's very easy to learn and very simple to learn. If you compare it with some other programming language, if you see C, C++, Java, is one of the language which is very simple as compared to other programming language. .NET is another option. Python is another option. So these are the different programming language. But you can consider Java is one of the programming language which is very easy, very simple to learn. Okay. Now, next point you can say that why we use Java is one of that is it is an open source and free. But currently this point is not applicable to this because it is being owned by Oracle. You can say the software is freely available. You can easily download that JDK Java Development Kit. You can install that Java Development Kit, but it is not freeware now. It has been a product of Oracle. Years back you can say it was a free, but now it is not a free product. Okay. Now, if you are using a Java, you can say the application, the project, the product which you are developing is secure. Number one. It's very fast. The outcome of that particular project are very fast and it's a very powerful. These are some of the reasons why we should use Java and why we should learn Java. Okay. Next point you can say is that it's a huge community support. Obviously, a lot of industries are working with Java, a lot of projects are going on Java, developing in Java. You can say tens of millions of developers who are working on Java, so having a large community. So if your community is large, if you are working in a project and if you have a problem, so there is a large community. So it will help you out. You have a solution. You can easily get a solution to get out of any problem which you come across with while developing a project. Okay. Nextly, you can say that Java is an object-oriented language. You can say what if you are develop a module, that module can be reused. Any number of time you can reuse that particular module. It is not like that. Once you develop and again you are developing the same thing. So if you are develop a particular module, if you are develop a particular project, you can say that that particular module can be reused in the future upgradation modification. Okay. Nextly, you can say, that's why I told you, it's an object-oriented language. Object-oriented, this is one of the features of object-oriented programming. Is what encapsulation, polymorphism, okay, and reusability. These are some of the principles of object-oriented programming language. And Java is an object-oriented programming language. Okay. Now, it's compared to C++ and C Sharp. You can say Java is very close to this programming language. In fact, I can say that C Sharp is developed by looking at the Java. C Sharp is a product of what? C Sharp is a product of Microsoft. But they have developed by looking at the Java because the popularity of Java. Okay, so those who know C++, you can easily jump to Java, or those who know C Sharp, they can also easily jump to Java, or if you know Java, you can jump to C++ or C Sharp. This option is available. So these are you can say one of the these are some of the reasons or some of the answers to question why to use Java. Okay, next we'll see that we'll find out some of the objectives of learning this particular course. You can say that if you learn a Java, you can develop a desktop application. Desktop applications are nothing but an applications which you can run on a desktop. For example, Notepad, Paint. These are some of the applications which you can run on a desktop. For example, VLC player. So these are some desktop applications. And secondly, if you know Java, you can develop a web application, websites, dynamic website, interactive websites. So these are the another area where you can develop a project by using Java. Okay. Secondly, you can say this objective of this particular course is how you can implement an object-oriented design with Java. I told you can apply the object-oriented principle. Okay. Reusability, inheritance, polymorphism. This you can achieve, you can apply while developing your project. Okay. Thirdly, you can say you can identify Java language component. Components are nothing but you can identify or you can create a module. Okay, you can identify that, or there are some predefined modules are available in Java. You can identify that and you can work together in some application. Okay, as I told you, as compared to other programming languages, say Python is having a huge library. You can say Java is also having a great library, great components are available, modules are available. You can use those modules and you can work it for some application. Okay, so these are some learning objective of this particular course. Now, these are some applications of Java. You can say, as previous slide, we have discussed some of them is what you can create a desktop application, GUI, graphical user interface. You can create desktop applications. I told you the examples are, Winamp. Okay, enterprise, you can create some ERP type software by using a Java. Scientific applications, some complex scientific calculations you can perform. Web-based dynamic websites, interactive websites you can create by using a Java. Cloud-based, you can see Azure, you can see AWS, you can see Salesforce. These are some cloud service provider. They also are creating some application by using Java. And not lastly, you can say that Java is very much support to gaming application. You can create any games. Okay, it's a very good support. You will have a very good support in Java for creating games. These are some of the companies who are using a Java and some applications which are being created by using a Java in their company. Okay, see Mars rover. Mars rover is one of the project of NASA where they have sent a particular robot to a Mars, where this robot is performing some discovery in the Mars. So this particular robot itself have created some Java application which is being used over there. Google is one of the company, everybody knows that Google, they are using this Java application. They are creating Java application, eBay, Minecraft, Netflix, Uber, Eclipse IDE. IDE is an integrated development environment where you can, everything is integrated in one place. For example, compilation, you can exception handling, everything you can do it in one place. Twitter is also, you can say, is one of the company where they are using some Java applications. Spotify, it is used for music. Cash application for some transaction or cash related transaction. If you want to do, you can use this cash application. Signals and NASA. These are some of the organization, or you can say these are some of the applications which are created in Java and which are used in Java. Okay. Next, you can say these are syllabus content. If you look at the syllabus of your fourth semester, you can find out that the first unit is all contain the basic concept such as primitive data types, what are variables, or basic things such as control statements. What are the different control statements you can have? Iterative statements, jumping statements. You will be learning in unit number 5. Okay, how you can work with a function. What is a function? What are operators? Okay, what are different data type, typecasting, converting one type to the another type. These all you will be. These all are in unit number 1, which is a basic introduction to Java programming language. Secondly, you can say in unit number 2, it's all about classes and object. In unit number 2 is a core object-oriented programming concept has been introduced. It has been started. Okay, in unit number 2, where you will be learning about classes and object. What is class? What is object? What are the things you can define in a class? What is instance variable? What is methods? How you can create an object? How you can define a method in a class? What is the constructor? How you can define a constructor in a class? What are the different keywords? Say, for example, what is the use of super keyword? What is the use of super class? What is the use of concrete class? This you will be learning in unit number 2, and it's an introduction to an object-oriented program. Unit number 3 is all about, you will be learning about all variables such as static variable, okay, such as your instance variable, what are local variable, okay. You can learn about what are the imports, keyword, how you can import a statement, instance variable, inheritance, how you can implement an inheritance. This all you will be studying in unit number 3. Okay. And unit number 4, it is all about polymorphism. Again, it's a core concept of object-oriented programming. You know that there are basically 2 types of polymorphism: compile-time polymorphism and runtime polymorphism. This compile-time and runtime polymorphism, you can see this is also available in C++. Okay, in C++ also you will find polymorphism, because C++ is also an object-oriented programming. Fine. So here you will learning in unit number 4, you will be learning about polymorphism. What are the different types of polymorphism? What is function overloading and what is overriding? What is the difference between function overloading, method overloading, and method overriding? You will find out the difference between these two. And encapsulation. What is encapsulation? How you will implement that encapsulation in Java programming language? How you can hide the things? You can hide how you can hide unnecessary detail, how you can protect the data. For example, you are creating a class, and how you can make that this data will not be available to another class. How you can encapsulate, how you can hide that information, how you can protect that information. Packages, you will be learning about packages. What are the different collection of classes, how you can group together all classes in one unit. So you will be learning about packages. Okay, so this all you will be learning in unit number 4. And unit number 5, you can say it is all about exception. Exception is nothing but, you can say, an error. How you can handle an error. For example, if you're working in a project and you are in some complex calculation, in that complex calculation, if suppose if you are dividing a number by 0, if you are dividing a number by 0, you know that it will create an exception, it will create an error, and this exception is take your program to an infinity. So you are not able to come out from that loop. You are not able to come out from that infinity. Okay. So because of that, you should know what are the different ways how you can handle such type of exception. Syntax error, okay, such type of exception, or divide by zero exception. So there are so many exceptions are raised when you are working with a program. So how you can handle such type of exception, how you can declare an exception, how you can throw an exception, how you can find out an error, how you can control an exception, which will take you to the infinity loop, which will take you to the to block your operation, to how you can control such type of exception. So you will be learning in unit number 5. Not only that, you know that you will be learning about some file system also. What is file system? You, for example, if you are creating a program, for example, a program of mark sheet, you have already find out the percentage of 50 student. So you are storing that percentage. You are not storing that percentage anywhere, because you are running that program, you're putting the marks and you are looking at the percentage. You're not storing something. So every time you are running that program and every time you're putting that marks again and seeing the percentage of all those 50 students which we have already calculated, it's not logically correct way of programming. So what we can do, we can use this concept of file where you can store something permanently. For example, you find out the percentage of 50 student, we can store those results into a particular file, and later on we can use it anytime whenever we want to find out something, or whether you want to search something, you can use it later on. So you can read or you can write the content into a file and from a file. So this you will be learning in unit number 5, where you will be learning about all what are the different file, how you can read a file or how you can write a file, how you can, what is the use of input stream reader and what is the use of output stream reader, what is the use of byte stream. You will be learning in unit number 5. Now we just look out, we will look into the course outcome of this particular subject, where you in course outcome 1, you will see that we are learning about, or we are trying to understand all the basic concepts, which includes your data type, operator, control flows, iterative statements, repetitive statements, jumping statements, and how you can create a develop a program by using such basic concepts. In course outcome 2, we are trying to implement the concept of object-oriented programming, classes, interface, why we want to interface, why we are here using an interface, because is it possible, multiple inheritance is possible in Java, or if not, what is the other way or other options which are having through which we can create, we can implement a multiple inheritance. So we are trying to solve all this concept. Okay, we can apply, we are trying to apply a program for creating a class, creating an object, implementation of interface. Okay, so this we will be trying to solve or understand in course outcome 2. In course outcome 3, we try to describe all storage classes, how you can store, scope of a variable, there are different scope. Okay, if you define a variable inside a function, what is the scope of that variable? If you define a variable inside a class, what is the scope of that particular class? What is the scope of that particular variable inside a class? So we are trying to implement that concept in Java program, okay, in course outcome 3. Okay, we are trying to apply this concept uh, in course outcome 3. Okay, in course outcome 4, we are get into more detail about polymorphism, inheritance, method overloading, method overriding, function overloading, how you can develop a program by using this concept. This is course outcome 4. In course outcome 5, we are trying to discuss all exception handling, input output streams, and how you can apply this exception handling and input output stream in a Java program. These are 5 course outcome for this particular subject. Now the textbook which you can refer, these are the 2 textbook which has been mentioned in university syllabus. This is one of the textbook where you can maximum syllabus has been covered. That is E. Balguruswamy, that is programming with Java Premier. That is McGraw-Hill publication. Second one, you can say Herbert Silt, the complete reference in Java. That is Tata McGraw-Hill publication. These 2 texts, these 2 books, consider these books as a textbooks for this particular syllabus, and these 2 you can consider as a references. One of that particular book written by Daniel Ling, which is an introduction to Java programming, and second one is Sachin Malhotra, which is the title of this particular book is Programming in Java, Oxford University Press. Okay, so you can refer this book, which is sufficient to which will cover all your syllabus. Thank you. Thank you so much.